Of course I can, Thomas, but first you'll need a flatbed to put the track on. It's a good thing I'm here, Thomas. You couldn't do this by yourself. I'm very happy to have your help, Cranky. Thank you. Are you repairing the track all by yourself, Thomas? Oh no, Cranky. Toby pulled the troublesome trucks loaded with stones, and I took the stones up the mountain for Harold, and James drove away the empty trucks. It's a good thing I'm here, Thomas. You couldn't do this by yourself. I'm very happy to have your help, Cranky. Thank you. Are you ready to load the track, Thomas? It's a good thing I'm here, Thomas. You couldn't do this by yourself. I'm very happy to have your help, Cranky. Thank you. I'm very pleased you're back, Thomas. I see you. Harold wants me to bring him some pieces of track so he can fix the rails for Percy. Perhaps I'd better get a flatbed and ask Cranky to load some track on it. You're doing a great job, Thomas. Can you keep going? I think so, Harold, but climbing this mountain makes me very tired.
Are you waiting for water, Thomas?
Yes, I am, Percy. The action lever fills me up, and the water gauge tells my driver when my tank's full. The flatbed's empty now, Thomas. Keep going, Thomas. We'll soon have the track fixed. That's good, Harold. Percy's really anxious to deliver his coal. This job needs a strong helicopter like me. Yes, but the job would have taken much longer without us, Harold. The flatbed's empty now, Thomas. Thank you, Harold. I'd better take it down to James. I'm glad the job's finished at last. I want to go home now, Thomas. We can all go home soon, James. But let's say goodbye to Percy first. His job has only just started. The flatbed's empty now, Thomas. Thank you, Harold. I'd better take it down to James. It was a very tough job repairing the viaduct. I'm so pleased you came to help, Thomas. It was hard, but we all worked together, and we got the job done, Toby. Helping to repair the landslide kept me very busy. I must go back to the engine sheds now to see what else there is to do.
Hey, hero of the rail. It was a beautiful summer's day on Sodor. Thomas was enjoying the quiet sunshine when suddenly, all over the island, there was not a moment's peace. It could only mean one thing. Spencer had arrived. Thomas told Spencer he didn't need to be so loud. But Spencer just laughed and said only slow engines were quiet. He challenged Thomas to a race, starting from the shunting yard. Help Thomas travel to the shunting yard. Go! Use the Wii remote to make the engine go faster. Pull down on the Wii remote to blow the whistle. Thomas and Spencer were loaded with heavy trucks. When they were both ready, the race began. Can you help Thomas beat Spencer? Three, 2, 1, go! Use them. Oh no! Thomas's brakes had broken. Faster and faster he went, into a flat bed of jam crates. On and on he goes, onto an old overgrown track. Finally he stopped, covered in muck, branches and sticky jam. Then he heard a voice. It was an old and rusty engine he'd never seen before. His name was Hero. His home was an island far away, where they called him Master of the Railway. He had come to Sodor a long time ago, but had broken down and been left on this line and forgotten. He was worried that if the Fat Controller found him broken down, he would be sent to the smelter's yard. Thomas promised his new friend that he would find parts and make him a really useful engine again. So Thomas returned to the steamworks to get fixed and cleaned up. Wash. Point. Spray. Dry. Great work! That night, Thomas told the other engines about his new friend. They all agreed to help Hero. At the steamworks, Thomas saw an old piston. Victor said he could take it. Thomas went straight to Hero. His driver and fireman went to fix on the new part. Can you place the new part on Hero? Fix. Drag each part with the A button on the Wii remote to the glowing area. Weld. Great work! Percy kindly agreed to do some of Thomas's work, so Thomas could find some more parts for Hero. Percy knew that he had to be very careful not to let Spencer find out about Hero, or he would try to get him scrapped. Help Percy to deliver Thomas's trucks. Go! Oh dear, Percy popped a valve while pulling Thomas's heavy load. Thomas helped him back to the steamworks. Now Percy needed a new part too. Can you find the parts to fix Percy? 3, 2, 1, go! Oops! Drag each part with the A button on the Wii remote to the matching coloured box. Great work! Percy was soon fixed, and Thomas told Victor about Hero. Victor told them he had more parts they could use, if only they could carry them to his hiding place. The Fat Controller was puzzled why the engines were carrying the wrong trucks, but as long as the work was done, he didn't mind. Percy was right to worry about Spencer. He knew Thomas was up to something and started watching his every move. Thomas couldn't visit Hero without Spencer noticing, but he had an idea. He could ask Percy to take the next part to Hero, but first they both had to race away from Spencer so he wouldn't hear their plan. Can you help Percy go really fast? Go! Percy collected the part and took it to Hero. He was amazed by the old engine. Hero was very pleased to meet Thomas's best friend. Can you place the new part on Hero? Fix. Weld. Great work! Spencer tried to find out what Thomas was up to by asking Emily. but she wouldn't speak to him until she'd finished her shunting. Move Emily so the truck rolls to a stop in the right place. Shunt. Good work. While Spencer was distracted, Thomas collected the next part for Hero. Suddenly, Spencer appeared nearby. Luckily, Mavis saw him first and distracted him with a game. 3, 2, 1, go! Press the A button when the cards match. Snap. Snap. Snap.
Angry, sad. Angry. That's right. Edward is angry after Charlie says that Edward is too old to be a fun engine. Sometime later, Edward is worried that he doesn't know how to be a hero and thinks that he must be strong, fast and stern, like Gordon. Sir Topham Hatt tells Edward that being kind, gentle and funny is what makes him a hero. How does Edward feel after Sir Topham Hatt tells him that being kind, gentle and funny is what makes him a hero? Very happy. Yes! Edward feels very happy after Sir Topham Hatt tells him that being kind, gentle and funny is what makes him a hero. Later on, Edward is surprised to see that Sir Topham Hatt has a moustache and wants to play hide and seek with the children. Later, Edward learns that the man with the moustache is Sir Loam Hatt, Sir Topham Hatt's brother, who's come for a visit. How does Edward feel after Edward learns that the man with a moustache is Sir Topham Hatt's brother? Afraid. Edward is not afraid. How does Edward feel after Edward learns that the man with a moustache is Sir Topham Hatt's brother? Happy. That's right. Edward is happy after Edward learns that the man with a moustache is Sir Topham Hatt's brother. A lot has happened today. Now it's time for Edward to go to sleep. Click on Edward to say good night. Good night, Edward. Another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's visit one of the engines. Choose the engine that is feeling excited. That's right, it's Henry. Henry is excited that a photographer is about to take a special picture of him for a book about the engines of Sodor. Suddenly, Thomas races up so that he is in Henry's picture too. How does Henry feel after Thomas races up to be in Henry's picture? Angry, happy, surprised, very happy, embarrassed. Angry. Yes! Henry feels angry after Thomas races up to be in Henry's picture. Later on, Henry is excited when Sir Topham Hatt asks him to collect an important visitor from Brendam Docks. During Henry's run, Ari and Bert tease him about being the only engine that needs a special type of coal. How does Henry feel after Ari and Bert tease him about being the only engine that needs a special type of coal? Angry, surprised, embarrassed, sad, very happy, sad. That's right! Henry is sad after Ari and Bert tease him about being the only engine that needs a special type of coal. Later on, Henry is sad when he scares away the Sodor warbler, a special bird that visitors have come to see. The visitors are happy to see the bird riding on Henry's buffer later when he goes to pick them up. How does Henry feel after the visitors are happy to see the Sodor warbler riding on his buffer? Sad. Henry is not sad. How does Henry feel after the visitors are happy to see the Sodor warbler riding on his buffer? Embarrassed, happy, angry, surprised, angry. Henry is not angry. How does Henry feel after the visitors are happy to see the Sodor warbler riding on his buffer? Surprised. Yes. Henry feels surprised after the visitors are happy to see the Sodor warbler riding on his buffer. It's the end of a long day, and Henry has been really useful. Now it's time for Henry to go to sleep. Click on Henry to say goodnight. Good night, Henry. Another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's see how one of the engines is doing today. Choose the engine that is feeling worried. Yes, it's Toby. Toby is worried about going through the scary whistling woods. James and Thomas offer to go with him to keep him company. How does Toby feel after James and Thomas offer to go with him to keep him company? Happy. Yes, Toby feels happy after James and Thomas offer to go with him to keep him company. Later that day, Toby is embarrassed when he is fitted with a loud whistle while his bell is being repaired. When the tracks are blocked by a fallen tree, Toby blows his new whistle to warn Gordon to stop. How does Toby feel after he is able to warn Gordon about the blocked tracks using his new whistle? Very happy. Yes, Toby feels very happy after he is able to warn Gordon about the blocked tracks using his new whistle. Sometime later, Toby is happily enjoying a quiet corner of Sodor Island. Belle suddenly arrives, ringing her bell and spraying water from her cannons up into the air. How does Toby feel after Belle suddenly arrives, ringing her bell and spraying water? Surprised. That's right! Toby feels surprised after Belle suddenly arrives, ringing her bell and spraying water. It's the end of a long day, and Toby has been really useful. Now it's time for Toby to go to sleep. Click on Toby to say goodnight. Good night, Toby. Another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's visit one of the engines. Which engine is feeling worried? Yes, it's Thomas. Thomas is worried when the giant balloon that he's taking to the fair for Mr. Bubbles floats away. Thomas delivers a new giant balloon just in time for Mr. Bubbles' show. How does Thomas feel after he delivers a new giant balloon just in time for Mr. Bubbles' show? Very sad. Very happy. Yes! Thomas is very happy after he delivers a new giant balloon just in time for Mr. Bubbles' show. Later on, Thomas is excited that there will be a party for his friend Hero, who is making a return visit to Sodor. Thomas forgets to invite the other engines to Hero's party because he's too busy looking for a present. How does Thomas feel after he forgets to invite the other engines to Hero's party? Sad. Angry. Sad. That's right! Thomas is sad after he forgets to invite the other engines to Hero's party. Later on, Thomas is feeling sad. Charlie tells him a joke. How does Thomas feel after Charlie tells him a joke? Angry. Thomas is not angry. How does Thomas feel after Charlie tells him a joke? Happy. That's right. Thomas feels happy after Charlie tells him a joke. It's the end of a long day, and Thomas
James set out for the steamworks. Suddenly, the tracks were blocked. James had to stop. He needed to go a different way. Find the track that goes nearest to the smallest haystack. All clear. James puffed proudly into the steamworks. With your help, he was right on time. Play again. It's a busy day at Brendam Docks. Thomas and his friends have many deliveries to make. Choose who will make the next. Diesel must deliver the very long crate to Tidmouth Sheds. Help Cranky find the very long crate. You found it! Let's lift and load. Now the cargo must be loaded. Show Cranky where the purple flatbed with a yellow X is. There you go. Diesel set out for Tidmouth Sheds. Suddenly, Diesel had to stop because of track repairs. He needed to go a different way. Show Diesel the track that goes over the river. All clear. Diesel arrived proudly at Tidmouth Sheds. With your help, he was a really useful engine. Play again. It's a busy day at Brendam Docks. Thomas and his friends have many deliveries to make. Choose who will make the next delivery. Percy, Den, Thomas, Salty, James, Thomas, Percy, Diesel, Den, Thomas, Den. Den must deliver the sheep to Farmer McCall's farm. Show Cranky where the sheep are. You found them! Let's lift and load. Now the cargo must be loaded. Help Cranky find the green flatbed with a white number 6. Try again. Show Cranky where you found it! Den went through the countryside. Suddenly, the tracks were blocked. Den had to stop. He needed to go a different way. Help Den find the track that goes nearest to the smallest pond. All clear.
I wonder what job Sir Topham Hatt will have for us today, Thomas. I don't know, Toby, but I can't wait to see what adventures we'll have.
Hello there. Welcome to my office. Please come in. Are you here to help Thomas and his friends to be really useful? I'm so glad that you've come to help. There's so much to do. First, you must learn how to drive Thomas. Let's go to the orchard, where Thomas is waiting to begin. Do you want to learn how to drive? Yes, No, yes, no, yes. When you've learned to drive Thomas, you can help him to be a really useful engine. And you'll be able to drive him all over the island of Sodor.
Oh, yes. Please learn to drive me. I like exploring the island and having adventures.
First, let's see what this red lever does. It's called the throttle. When you push the throttle like this, Thomas moves forward. When you pull the throttle straight up like this, Thomas stops. If you pull it towards you like this, Thomas moves backward.
Hooray! I think you're going to be a very good driver. Hooray! Now you can drive me forward and backward. We'll soon be able to start our adventure.
Oh dear, the ducks have flown onto the track. Thomas doesn't want to hurt the ducks, but he can make them fly away. This is Thomas's whistle. We need to get rid of those ducks. Try pulling the yellow lever to blow Thomas's whistle. Splendid! Now, when you want Thomas to drive on a different track, you'll have to change the points. The green action lever changed.
That's good. The points have changed. And now...
Well,
that's right. Now I can pull the troublesome truck.
look, here's Trevor.
Hello, Thomas. Come over here and talk to me.
Why not drive Thomas into the...
What a good driver you have, Thomas.
Hello, Trevor. What are you doing here?
Nothing. I'm enjoying this lovely sunny day.
Well, I'm going to have a busy day, Trevor. I'm sure I'll have lots of adventures with my new driver.
If you're not sure how to do it, press the Thomas button like this, and Thomas will help.
Yes, press the Thomas button anytime you want me to speak to you. I'll always have something to say, and I'll try and help if I can. Pull the red throttle to drive me backward, please.
Well,
Please push the red throttle.
you're going to be an excellent driver. Now, drive Thomas over the bridge near to this signal. Remember, you'll have to change the points again.
Please pull the red throttle to drive me over the bridge as far as...
You're a first-class driver. You can stay here and practice now that you've learned how to drive. Hello, Thomas. There are lots of jobs to do on the... Drive Thomas, take important... Drive around the island. Drive around the island. Drive all aboard. Help get the passengers to the stations. Bertie's broken down, and I need a really useful engine to help out. You can collect his passengers at Brendam, the harbor station.
Harbor Station. We're here. And there are Annie and Clarabelle waiting for us. Here comes Thomas. Here comes Thomas. Here comes Thomas. Hooray! Now we can drive up to the platform and pick up the passengers. Poor Bertie can't go anywhere with a flat tire, so we'll have to help his passengers. But how can I let them know we're here? I'm sorry Bertie has a flat tire. Poor Bertie.
Hello there. This is the ticket office. Would you please help me give the passengers the right tickets? Good morning. Where are you traveling to today, ma'am?
Good morning. I'll have 2 tickets to Elsbridge, the airfield station, please.
Just right. This passenger's going to Elsbridge, the airfield station. Push the red throttle to... Here you are. 2 tickets to Elsbridge, the airfield station. That way, please. Good morning. Where are you traveling to today, sir?
I'm off to the airfield today.
Just right. This passenger's going to Elsbridge, the airfield station. Push the... Elsbridge, the airfield station. 1 ticket. That way, please.